The other day, it came up a downpour of rain, and I was lucky to get it in the garage at all. It was pretty wet by the time I got it in there, and I didn't have time to clean it. So this morning, I'm going to clean it just a little bit with my air compressor and see if most of that stuff will blow off. If not, I'll have to wipe it down. I got to wiping in the rain the other day and cut my finger dragging it by the edge of that blade trying to wipe it off real quick. But it's about healed up. Let's spend a little time cleaning up my saw. I know we're going to cut some wood for my bench project. Spend as much money as I did on this saw, you want to try to keep it in good shape. Can't do it if I put it away looking like that all the time. It's not perfectly clean, but we're fixing to get dirty again anyway. First we're cutting up my scrap pieces of 2x4 for my legs on my bench. I'm cutting 2 pieces. Those plans I got off the internet, I can't think of his page right now, but these measurements are mostly his, only I'm going to make some of mine a little different. All the angles are cut at either 15 degrees or 90 degrees. Now that's certainly more than 15 degrees, so we got to chop some of that off. Let's go to 15. Might help plug in my saw. Now whether you use these precise measurements as that fella used or come up with your own measurements, the angles are going to be the same. Now that I got the saw cut, we want each piece to be exactly the same as its opposite, like left or right hand, so the bench will come out square. So we're going to cut this one and trace to the other one. Here's my first cut. I said 23 3/4. You can make it 24, it don't matter as long as you got that angle on each end. Well, we were wrong on that one. Look more like 21 3/4. Okay, I went back and looked at my notes, and I was measuring the short end of the board for 23 1/4, but I should be measuring the long end, so I do have my marks pretty well in the right place. That was 15 degrees the other direction. Put my tape measure in my pocket. Got them exactly the same length. Got 2 down, a whole bunch more to go. We're going to cut 2 at 20 inches. Some of these boards are pretty rough cut. And if you really want to do a good job on your bench, by all means use a planer, round off the edges. It's just a rough bench for sitting on outdoors. When I'm finally through with it, we'll sand it down to the best of our ability. It's going to get weathered out here in the rain and snow anyway. Okay, I got 4 of them cut at 17 inches. See what they look like dry fitted. I'm going to conclude part 2 by showing you a dry fit on the pieces I just cut. Well, I might conclude it by showing you my collection out in the back of the truck. My collection of scraps. Let's see if we can figure out for ourselves how this thing goes together. That one probably goes right there. Well, let's see, where do it go? And a half, 23 and a half, 31. Let's look at my diagram. Okay, I see where I'm confused. The 17s that I cut are going to be the legs. I don't know myself. Let's start over. Let's put one leg there, one leg there. Whoops. Hope I ain't cut the angles wrong. Yep, I think I cut 2 of my 17s with the wrong angle. No, we don't. I'm looking at it upside down. How about them apples? See what that looks like. Let's go with 20 and a half on the top. And 23 and a half on the middle. Now we're talking. And we try to make both sides exactly the same. And the back of the chair goes something like that. Now there's that corner that I cut off and was wasted. But that little corner there ain't gonna make a whole lot of difference. I can still attach it. That's gonna be the left side. The right side will be just the opposite. In part 3, we're gonna be assembling these 2 ends. I hope I've got that stacked together right for you. All right, I pretty well got my left and right sides of the bench cut out. I still haven't decided if I want to put arms on this bench or not. I know up on the deck I want to build a little end table. Or put drinks or flower pot or something on. That's basically the way the left side will look. Or the right side, depending on which way you're looking at it from. And there's the other side right there. I'm probably going to have to build a middle for this thing since I'm going more than 4 feet and only using 1x6s. I don't want them flexing too long. I got some long 2x4s to put in here yet. We'll work on strengthening it after I get it designed here. Well, I got my saw folded up, ready to put away. Show you my little collection of scraps out here in the truck while I dump my sawdust bag out. Well, come on, zipper. You can do better than that. Good enough for railroad work. You get a general idea by looking in the back of my truck. It's hundreds of boards that I had to cut with my miter saw to make this bench. And this is just some of the scraps. I got more of them piled up over yonder. They're going to wind up in a burn barrel somewhere. Thanks for tuning in today.